Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. Today, we're really venturing into something quite captivating, a narrative that, well, it really blurs the lines between what we think is real and what might just be imagination. It's a story exploring these connections that are so deep they almost seem to defy explanation, where reality itself feels a bit thin. Our source material for this exploration is excerpts from Whispers in the Pines. A love story unfolds. And our mission really is to unpack this narrative, not just tell you the plot, but dig into its core ideas, the unsettling questions it throws up about, well, perception, fate, maybe even the power of the unknown. Okay, so let's unpack this story about two individuals caught in a very unusual love story, shrouded in this really compelling mystery.
Yeah, what's fascinating here, I think, is how the narrative itself just pulls us into this world where dreams and waking life start to become indistinguishable. It makes you think about how these seemingly impossible things can actually weave themselves into someone's personal history.
Okay, so our story kicks off in the Pisgah National Forest. It's beautiful, quite vast, part of the Appalachian Mountains in North Carolina. And this is where we meet Amelia Hart. She's a wildlife photographer, pretty seasoned, and she's there looking for some peace, a retreat into the wilderness. Her days were pretty much what you'd expect, capturing nature, the beauty of it all. But her nights were something else entirely.
Right, because each morning, Amelia would wake up to something that, well, it completely shattered her sense of reality. Her camera roll.
Yeah.
It was filling up with these out-of-focus photos of a man she'd never, ever met in person.
Wow.
And this wasn't just some random glitch, This was the exact same man who kept appearing in her dreams, these really vivid, recurring dreams she was having. It's not just a strange coincidence, is it? It really challenges our basic ideas about perception.
Absolutely.
Like, what if our inner world, our dreams, could actually have a tangible echo outside?
Yeah.
So tangible that a camera, a physical object, could capture it.
That's the exact unsettling question the story forces on you, isn't it? These dreams, these photos, they became this constant driving force for Amelia. She couldn't just brush them off. So determined to figure out what was going on with these pictures, she made a pretty brave decision. She decided to venture even deeper into the forest, this dense, kind of ancient place.
And this determination, it leads to this really dramatic moment, sort of an intersection of worlds. As the sun's going down, she stumbles upon this cabin, secluded, almost hidden.
Okay.
And standing right there, in the doorway, no question about it, is the man from her dreams, the figure from those impossible photos.
No way.
Yes. His name, we learn, is Ethan Cole. He's this reclusive artist retreated into the mountains. And this meeting, it doesn't feel like chance at all. It feels almost like destiny, like a physical manifestation of a connection that was already there, in their subconscious.
This is where the story just takes this incredible turn, right? It moves beyond coincidence into something much, much deeper.
Yeah.
Because as that night unfolds, Ethan reveals his own secret. And it's chilling. He admits that he's also been seeing Amelia in his dreams for years, long before she ever set foot in that forest.
Years, wow.
Yeah. So their connection, it's undeniable. It's profound. But it's also completely mysterious. It really speaks to some kind of shared consciousness, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It's not just, two people having similar dreams. This implies something deeper, like their realities are somehow entangled. Their minds are operating on a level that just bypasses normal perception.
Yeah.
And then the mystery around Amelia's camera gets even stranger.
Right.
It starts filling up with clear images of Ethan now. Vivid ones, almost like the camera is finally catching up to their shared reality.
Okay, that's weird.
But then there's one photo that stands out, and it's ominous. It's a picture of Amelia herself, taken from behind her, and she's standing right at the edge of a cliff.
Oh, that's unsettling.
The implications are huge, especially when you think about things like premonition or seeing the future.
You can just imagine Amelia's panic when she sees that photo. I mean, she confronts Ethan immediately. And that's when Ethan makes this other astounding confession. He says he's been painting her likeness for years.
Painting her before meeting her.
Yes. Capturing her essence, he says, in his art, even before she arrived. It's like he was sketching out their shared destiny or something.
But the truly chilling twist, the final painting he created, it depicted her falling from that exact cliff.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. It's this catastrophic blurring of boundaries, isn't it? Where what's inside the dreams, the art directly impacts the outside world. It's something you see in, like, magical realism or psychological horror. It's the story showing us that their shared mental space, and Ethan's art specifically, wasn't just abstract. It had this physical, visceral impact.
Because right then, as he reveals this...
Right at that moment, yeah. The ground starts to tremble violently. The whole cabin is shaking, and the forest outside just seems to come alive with these whispers. It suggests this profound link between, well, creation, his painting, and consequence, the physical world reacting.
It's an absolutely terrifying scene to picture. So no time to think. Amelia and Ethan just flee the cabin. They're running, racing through this forest, now filled with mist. And those whispers, they're getting louder, almost like they're urging them, pulling them back.
It's like the forest isn't just a place anymore, right?
Yeah.
It feels like a sentient thing, drawing them deeper into this whole nightmare.
And the climax of their escape is just harrowing. They reach what they think is the edge of the forest, maybe safety, and the ground just gives way right under them. Amelia falls, and her scream just echoes, lost in the mist and whatever that forest was.
It feels symbolic, that moment, like they crossed some kind of threshold, didn't they? Disappearing right back into the enigma that brought them together in the first place.
And the aftermath, it's just as eerie as everything else. The authorities, when they eventually get involved, find nothing. No trace of Amelia, no trace of Ethan.
Vanished.
Completely vanished. And what's more, the cabin, it's gone too.
Gone.
Like it was never even there. It makes you seriously question what kind of reality they stumbled into, or maybe stumbled out of.
The only thing left behind, the sole piece of evidence, and maybe the most unsettling part, was that painting.
The painting of her falling.
No, the one depicting a woman simply standing at the edge of a cliff, gazing into the mist. A haunting image of what unfolded, or maybe what was always meant to be. This painting becomes the only proof, doesn't it? A testament, maybe a prophecy fulfilled, for a story that just defies all logic. It really forces you to ask, what is the true power of art? Is it just reflecting reality, or can it somehow shape it? Shape destiny itself?
That's a really profound thought. And as the story sort of fades out, this legend remains, whispering through the pines. Some people say Amelia and Ethan are still out there, lost somewhere in the forest, their love story tangled up forever with its mysteries. So where does that leave us? What does this all mean for how we understand connection, human connection, and maybe the mysteries that are lurking just beyond what we can easily see or explain?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really raises an important question about the nature of premonition, maybe shared consciousness, and that very thin line between imagination and the tangible world.
Yeah. So maybe the final thought for you listening is this. How much of our reality is actually shaped by the stories we tell ourselves, or perhaps even the dreams we share, especially when those dreams, those stories, lead us right to the very edge of everything we thought we knew?
Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember, the future speaks to those who listen. If you enjoyed Whispers in the Pines, A Love Story Unfolds, subscribe to Epic Tropic for more stories that stir the soul. Share this tale with friends and family, and let the whispers of the future guide you.